Dealing with the perfect I can't speak today. Right now I am considering doing a wig giveaway. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It feels good to be in front of the bookshelf again. It's been a while and I've had trouble with lighting for the last I don't know how long, honestly, since I moved here, and I didn't really announce that I was moving, but I think most of you kind of figured by the change of scenery and just generally everything looked a little bit different. So I have this wig. Her name is Sierra. She's 14 inches long and she's from Divas Wigs. My hair is about 12 inches long. I like to keep it like right about armpit length because I cannot manage my hair to save my life. But I'm going to show you guys how the hair came, and then I'm thinking maybe I'm going to use Go2b Glued to apply this unit, make it look really natural for the whole work week. That way I don't have to do too much. Maybe 3 days in I'll take it off. Divas Wigs has the same white box, but this time they have a pink bag that the wig comes in, and I think is super cute as opposed to the black bag. And they did send me black wig cap as well as a brush and a wig grip band. They also sent care instructions for those who may need them. And this is the wig. Now it's Italian Yaki, but I did say it was kinky straight a couple of times. To me, Italian Yaki, kinky straight, they feel the same. It really does feel like kinky straight. But they did also add an adjustable elastic band, and I fumbled with it. I'm not really fond of these, you guys. I've said it before in other videos, it's just not my style. I later decided not to use it, and I'm cutting the transparent lace in the back first so you can see the wig and what it looks like while I cut. I have combs, one up top, one in the very back, two on either side. And you can see right here the comb is above the elastic band. Usually when I do it, I put the elastic band right under the comb, but I do have a lot of parting space. Look at my hand, that's a lot of parting space. So I'm gonna go in with my lace wig tint spray and just tint that lace a little bit so that it can match my complexion. And I'm going to flip the wig over so that I can go ahead and cut my lace and mold my hair to the mannequin head. By the way, they also bleached the knots for you, so that's one less thing to worry about. I already kind of molded the wig onto the styrofoam head a little bit just so she could have some shape. Also, I kept fumbling with the elastic band, so I just kind of decided to get out of the way. I like the concept of the adjustable elastic band, but I feel like there's a better way to do it. And I've said this before about other companies. I don't like that particular concept because it's very flimsy to me. I said it, I think, about Be Joy hair. So about this elastic band, it does keep my wig on. It doesn't have as much tensile strength as the traditional one, but I am curious to see what improvements they come up with, because I feel like there may be in the future one that is a little less flimsy and a little less loose, if that makes sense. It does feel a little loose with the flaps, so that was the first time I encountered that type of elastic band, and I just wasn't too happy about it. I'm sorry. Okay. Alright, so I'm dealing with the perfect length, and one thing you guys have to see this, the transparent lace, it kind of creates like a very thin veil. If you're dealing with thin lace, like this lace is Swiss lace and it's very thin, and I can vouch for that because I can feel how thin it is. I've dealt with thicker lace than this because I've been wearing wigs for a very long time now, and wigs have improved, I'll just say that much. For me personally, I don't think I need an elastic band. It's just gonna give me a headache because the wig fits perfectly, and it may tighten it in places I don't need it tightened, which will make it more difficult and challenging for me to apply the unit and make it look natural because it's gonna be pulling, and I don't need anything pulling back. So right here up top, the transparent lace has kind of like made itself at home. No glue, no product at all. It looks really good. And then of course the sideburns need some work, and I'm just gonna do Got2b Glued there and wear my hair like this for a couple of days. I'm using my Clinique Take the Day Off makeup remover to just clean the area. I have some makeup on there and I'm wiping it off. This is like the best. What did I call? Yeah, Clinique Take the Day Off makeup remover. This is what I use all the time. It's better than micellar water, and a little bit goes a long way. I usually take off like my lashes and my lips and then like work around the rest of my face, and then it's like all gone. Everything's gone. Clean face. I owe you guys a skincare video. So Got2b Glued, the gel, and you can use the gel by itself. You can use the, what's that thing called? The freeze spray, which I'm gonna use later because freeze spray is good. So I'm gonna just go in lightly instead of heavily putting product, which is something that I adopted from YouTube and stopped almost as quickly as I adopted it. I started with a very, very small amount, just about a drop, a little pea size, small pea, not a large pea size amount. And you're supposed to let it get tacky, but I feel like this is good enough personally because it's such a thin veil and it's not too much. So now I'm gonna go in with the Got2b Glued Freeze spray, and I'm just gonna spray it down. I'm just missing, like, how am I missing? The thing goes in one, anyway. Very small amount of this as well. And I wish I had a fan, but I don't have a fan, so I'm gonna use my Soft Glam palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I wanted to get the Jackie Aina palette, but I don't know, someone said it was sold out and I didn't check, and I'm terrible. I like to wait for people to say what they feel about something before I buy it. Like Soft Glam, y'all, it took me like a whole year to buy the Soft Glam palette, but I realized that this one is supposed to be limited edition, so I may have to just go ahead and get it early because I saw the colors. It looked like Norvina for dark-skinned people with a hint of some of the other palettes in it, which I felt was kind of cool because sometimes you just want something that has everything you need in one for your complexion. Yeah, I usually don't buy makeup, but I might just go shopping because it's been a while. I feel like this is going too far forward. So yeah, what I should have told you guys is just place it on there. And one thing you must remember is lace is getting thinner now, so you really have no need to use excess product. And you can clean off anything that's in excess, or that's anything that's spilling out, because I do have some product on the outside. I didn't color in the lines, so I'm gonna leave that alone, and I'm gonna come to the other side and pray that I was in focus because I'm not saying this again. Okay, now this is my favorite glueless wig product, Curly Magic. This coupled with what is it called? Mousse. Deadly combination. Love them together. So just a little bit of Curly Magic in there to just make it sit down and make it look like my hairline is moisturized. Well, you can use a paper towel or washcloth to clean up. I'm doing laundry, so I just have paper towels. But it's an aloe-based gel, so it is very moisturizing on the skin. Yes. And I'm just gonna come right here around the hairline. I like to do that. For those of you who wear wigs, those who don't, you've obviously never experienced this, but for those of you who wear wigs, it's always a good idea to go along the hairline with something like an aloe-based gel like this Curly Magic by Uncle Funky's Daughter, or some edge control or something that will make you look like you moisturized your edges, because that lace is like naked lace and it usually doesn't have too much product on it, or it's kind of like raising up a little bit, so you need to tame it a little bit. Just something a little bit wet to put on there right on the edge of your hairline. before you put any product like powder or something to make it lie down, because what I have noticed in pictures is if I angle myself a certain way, it really shows really bad. You know, it's gonna show it's lace, it's gonna show, but it doesn't have to show terribly. So that's what I do to kind of conceal it and really make it blend into my scalp. Oh, by the way, you guys, oh my gosh, I just discovered this like 3 days ago because I was testing Go2b Glued techniques. I haven't used this stuff in a long time, but I'm determined to use it to the very last drop. Like every product that I own is gonna get used to the very last drop. So what I learned was that this makeup remover actually dissolves Go2b Glued. Yup, it does. Clinique is very good for skincare. I'll say 4 brands that I trust for my skin: Clinique, Mario Badescu, Erno Laszlo, and Lux Organics. Those are the 4 brands that I always use and trust for my skin. I have something from all of them at any given point, period. And just lightly tap. This is the, what is it called? Wig grip band that the hair came with. And I'm trying to hold it down here because this isn't dry. This is kind of dry, but this side isn't. And what you're supposed to do next is grab your band and go around. While my hair is setting in place, I'm gonna go ahead and just lightly style it. I don't have to do much because look at it. It's like, it really looks like a relaxer, and I'm very impressed because usually kinky straight hair is very challenging and at the roots it looks really bad. This one only curls up a little bit at the roots when it's wet, but then, like, you know, once it's dry, you brush it out, it has that nice kinky straight texture all the way down. Some companies have that really squiggly texture at the roots, which I'm not very fond of. Actually, most companies do. To get a kinky straight that looks kinky straight all the way is very rare. I don't even know if I want this part. Okay, yeah, it's an okay part. By the way, you guys, let's have this discussion right now. I am considering doing a wig giveaway this weekend. Some people have been asking, and one person in particular has been reminding me about doing a wig sale, but I don't do wig sales. I just don't believe in it. And I mean, I can expand on that later. That's not the appropriate conversation for this video. I love my wigs, but I love my yarn, and I also love my fabric. So something has to go. I have too many hair curlers. I am gonna move right along to my one and only curling iron, and I am gonna slow down with wig tutorials because there's other stuff I want to do. Let's just, ugh, must I? I don't want to do the work that is required of me. I do love other things more than I love wigs, shocker. And there are other things I want to do, especially with my natural hair. And I also want the opportunity to enjoy some of my units. So I just feel like doing a lot of wig reviews interferes with that. I like this wig right now. It's the perfect length. It's not too long, not too short. And it's a texture that I have declared multiple times that I love, which is kinky straight. So I want to be able to enjoy the units more and to be able to come back to you guys kind of like the back in the day wig reviews, where I don't review hair, but I do tutorials and I feel like I wish I could just go back But yeah, sometimes sponsorships get in the way of things I enjoy doing, so I'm gonna be very selective moving forward with who I work with. Mostly people I've worked with before, like Divas Wigs, I've worked with them before. And I also have some old hair from them that I haven't given you guys an update on, because usually I keep the hair that I love the most, and the hair that I'm not too attached to, I let my family members and friends get that hair. So you guys are like my family and friends, and you're gonna get the hair that I'm not too attached to, but it's still kind of brand new. This hair is not going to be given away, period. I'm just gonna let you know right now. Okay, so right here, what happens is I get a little bit, just not even a drop of this stuff, makeup remover, anything, micellar water, whatever, because what it does is it dissolves makeup, it dissolves the Go2b Glued just a little bit, and you don't have that white cast. It's gone. Bare Minerals Bare Pro shade 27 to fill in everywhere else on the transparent lace to further blend it into my complexion. Obviously this is not important because it's, you know, covered, but just for the sake of the video, I'm gonna color it in with product, and it looks good. It looks really good. It's starting to get hot. Really hot. Oh my gosh. Oof. Edge control here with some curly magic. I can't see anything. My mirror is far away. And just lightly dust some powder in here to give, you know, that, oh yeah, there's scalp in there somewhere. Look. I am really loving this transparent lace thing. This is definitely something that can stay with wigs. I am loving this hair from Divas Wigs, and I like the direction they went with their kinky straight hair. For a second there, you guys, I promise you, when I put the mousse on to mold it onto my mannequin, I didn't show you guys that part. It smelled a little bit like relaxer. And I was like, I wonder if they relaxed their kinky straight hair. Most of these chemical straightening agents, they smell the same. So it's not like it was an overpowering smell. It was just a noticeable familiar smell, and that's why I was able to pick up on it. This is definitely an everyday wig. Transparent lace is great, easy to manipulate. You don't have to spray it with anything for it to look good. You can just dust it off with some powder to blend with your natural hair, or wear it as is if you don't wear makeup. It's your job to judge. I do not make decisions for anybody, but 2019 isn't even over yet, and this is definitely the wig of the year for me personally, because it's just so functional. It's everyday, it's easy to deal with, it's kinky straight, looks like black people's hair straightened out. So yeah, if I'm not feeling like wearing my natural hair out, whether it's in an afro or in curls, I can go like this and be like, yeah, that's my real hair except 2 inches longer. Yeah. I'm kidding. Have you tried transparent lace wigs before? What do you think of them? Let's discuss in the comment section. Yes. If you want more information about this hair, please check out the description box. You guys give me a big thumbs up because I know I did a good job. I can see that I did a good job. So I'm kidding. I should have curled it a little bit more on the ends, but I'll stick with the bang. This is how I'm going to work for the rest of the week. I'm tired, okay? Dagatala, as my people would say. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please subscribe if you haven't already, and bye.